I'm Josh.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Baron.
You guys want to watch Power Rangers?
Oh, no.
Only if we watch every single one.
No!
Hey, welcome back to Powering Through. We're here for episode 4, A Pressing Engagement. But before we begin, I've got some corrections to make about things we said in episode 3.
What were we wrong about?
So, we were so rude, so very rude to Mr. Paul Schreier, who plays Bulk. Danny said that he's like 50.
Oh no.
He was 22 when this episode was recorded.
Oh god, I did not know that. Wow.
Well, he seems nice.
But also, I was wrong because I said everyone was like 18 when they made the episode. Everyone's like 20 or 22.
All the Rangers?
Yeah, but it's like that's still pretty normal aging.
Yeah.
Also, Danny said that Kimberly was blonde in the first episode.
She
wasn't.
She
She
wasn't
was not.
But
No,
her hair darkens. I went back to episode 1 after watching episode 4.
I feel like
her hair does darken.
The Ranger after her in the next series is blonde, I think.
I don't even know who that is.
Her hair does darken from episode 1 to episode 4. Huh. Like when she's well, let's get into episode 4.
Well, I just realized is now looking at the name of Pressing Engagement because he's bench pressing. That never connected.
Oh yeah. And speaking of bench pressing, we start in the juice bar, and Jason is trying to break the seemingly just like local record.
Well, a really arbitrary record because he has like 5-pound weights on each side, but like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
so it's not a ton of weight.
It seems to be about maybe 90 to 100 pounds of probably what he's benching.
But he's doing 1,000 reps.
Yes, so we start
on
Ernie going 992, 993. Come on, Jason, you got this. And Jason's just covered in sweat. And,
he doesn't go for... It's such a weird record to go for.
Yeah.
And also, like, some people have gathered to watch... But Kimberly is still practicing gymnastics 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like once he's gotten to 992, that's when everyone should be watching.
Right.
But he only starts struggling at like 1,004.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd think they'd make 1,000 the record just because it's like...
Well, no, they reveal...
because Bulk's record.
Bulk has the
so Bulk is pretty impressive. He's
crazy.
He's as strong as a Red Ranger.
This is backing up our theory that he would be a great Power Ranger.
So in the last episode, his weight didn't bring that rope down.
His
he
strength
he tore the rope down.
Wow.
But also, do they have like latent powers when they're not in their suits?
I think so, because they did the super speed with the trash.
Yeah,
maybe?
so is Bulk as strong as a Ranger without the powers?
Oh my god, Bulk is so goddamn strong.
Yeah, new respect. You know, we dissed on him, but now...
So Jason gets to about 107, and Ernie kind of loses count because he's talking to Kimberly, who has now gotten off her gymnastics.
But he was also losing count because he's eating something. He was like, he wasn't that interested.
He's got juice.
Yeah.
And Kimberly is blowing increasingly large bubbles with her bubble gum.
Yes. Oh, and
so that's when Zach comes in, riding a skateboard.
Yeah.
Into the juice bar, just very dumb, and Kimberly's got this bubblegum bubble bigger than her head, and he goes whoa all the way into it, and basically they both get a bubblegum facial, and it's
a weird way to put it.
To say that,
it
distracts
makes
everyone.
Jason lose.
It makes Ernie lose count. Jason doesn't know the count anymore, so he loses motivation.
Yeah, so Jason was never not strong enough. It's just no one really cared that he was doing it.
So I looked up just now the most bench press repetitions using just the bar, 45 pounds. It's 202.
Wow.
He's at 5 times that with like at least double.
So he's definitely using his powers. Because it's physically impossible.
He's strong to begin with.
And then Bulk is just a superhero.
Right.
I wrote down, he does it again. He tries again.
He does do it again, doesn't he?
And everyone watching just thinks this is normal. He reps 2,000 times.
And he's got...
Do they have no life?
I say he was covered in sweat. He's really only got
one
little
just some main
splotch.
Yeah, but also he never wears like a full shirt. It's always like the deepest cut, sleeveless shirt of all time.
And so he fails a second time.
Yeah.
And
somehow this leads Rita to understand that Jason is the key to this friend group, and isolating him will ruin
Well, he's
their
weak
teamwork.
if he's alone,
'Cause
with
he
his
can't
friends
count.
not there. But then, wait, But he's weak. She learns that he's weak when they're with him. Because they bring him down.
They made him lose.
So she learns the wrong lesson, and then it turns out it didn't work anyway.
And it was never going to work. Because I think in the last episode, it was just Jason who fought the big monster.
And he
with
beats
his
it
T-Rex.
anyway.
And I think that's what she's talking about.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it goes back to Rita, and she goes, okay, so Jason needs to be alone.
She makes fun of him for failing the 1,000 bench press again, which is just... He's the strongest human on Earth.
And also, she's been watching, like, his every move then.
Yeah.
If she's just watching them when they're not Rangers, just hanging out, it's kind of weird.
She could blow up the school.
She has no life.
And so Goldar and all the other ones, they're like, haha, you're so correct, Rita. That puny idiot can't even bench 100 pounds 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And so she demands a monster, and Finster makes a King Sphinx.
Monster.
He's a Sphinx.
With wings.
With wings. There's nothing that interesting about
and he's
him.
got that
Probably
classic
one of the weaker...
Pharaoh staff where it's got the hook at the end.
Yeah. One of the less original monsters.
Yeah. So she sends the Sphinx and Goldar down to the park to quote unquote take over the park.
Yeah, this is the second time we've seen Goldar in action.
And Zach, Kimberly, and Jason are sent to the park to fight the putties and the Sphinx.
But before that, actually, really quick, Bulk showed up to make fun of Jason.
Oh, yes,
and he
the
started
part.
tickling him. And then Jason tickled him back. And then Bulk leaned forward with his pants ripped.
He ripped,
You'd think you would know to get better fitting pants.
And Skull just like his annoying laugh.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, there's a weird relationship going on. Like, Skull obviously... I don't know. He just laughs at everything Bulk does.
Ernie also comes very close to noticing the Ranger Watch is going off. Zordon talks to them, and Ernie was like, "What was that over there?"
But you know they're not going to bring that back.
No, of course that'll come back.
They're never going to have like an actual drama in this show where like a civilian's
totally
like, "Oh, you're Rangers."
That's like the most obvious plot.
I feel like it's just going to be the serial. Every week is going to be another monster.
I think eventually a civilian almost finding out feels too.
I'd give it 50 episodes.
50? The season will be over. This is the longest season.
I'd give it 50 episodes.
Oh, and this episode introduces the power crystals, which...
No, that was episode 3, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
We'll get there.
Okay. But, so the Sphinx's his main move is flapping his wings really fast.
And he turns you into a clip art animation.
Yeah, he'll teleport you back to where you were...
I think he can just pick.
I think he just chooses. I think he just
but he
sends
picks
them back to the juice bar.
He picks the juice bar, which is very...
Yeah, they start fighting.
Yeah, Jason, Zach, and Kimberly are fighting, and Zach and Kimberly get sent back to the juice bar.
Yeah.
In the gym, there's an entire Zumba class right behind them.
No one notices.
Nobody knows. Kimberly just apparates onto the bar. And
she turns into a little like stream of transparent.
Josh, she clip apparates.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Through phases through the roof onto the balance beam, and no one cares. And she's like, "Ah, dang!"
And amidst this, Alpha 5 is just they just threw a 5-second shot of him in this episode for no reason, and he's like worrying, doing the little shit.
He's got a teddy bear though.
He's got a little teddy bear.
Yeah.
He's doing his classic
Yeah,
but this is a little glimpse into his life aside of the Rangers. I guess he's got a teddy bear.
He got a teddy bear.
Right.
He stands there.
Is that means he's a narcissistic robot? Like he
or he's just lonely. He lives there alone.
Zordon could have given it to him.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Zordon could give him literally anything.
He could phase it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So Jason and King's fit in this like park.
Yeah.
And then they teleport to like a gravel desert
They
area.
they teleport to
Japan.
The outside of
they
the
teleport
city
to the
area.
Japan footage.
Ranger fight happens.
And then he fights him for a while, and then he fights Goldar for a while.
And then he fights them both.
And
she throws the wand. It's the castle.
Yeah, they're making it look like they've got the upper hand, but he never takes that big of a beating.
No.
He's never they never got him on the ropes.
It's just him dodging a bunch.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't seem that desperate.
He laments that his friends aren't. He's like, "Oh man, if only my friends were here."
Yeah.
And so they all meet up in like a science classroom.
Yeah, they go to Zach and Kimberly go to Billy and Trini. And they go, "Guys, Jason's in trouble." And Billy's response is, "Oh no."
That's his response to everything. He looks so forlorn. He's always got this jeans overalls on. And he's like, oh, not this.
they never look for 5 literal superheroes. They never look ready to fight.
Yeah.
No.
Like Kimberly was doing gymnastics at one point in this episode with like a hoodie around her waist, and that just can't be safe.
Right.
Like all the loose.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Zach's always like semi-dancing. Like, even when he's conversing with someone, he's kind of like going side to side.
He's got an idle animation.
Yeah. He just...
But they teleport to the temple, and Zordon, you were right. I am sorry. Zordon introduces the power crystals.
Like, these power crystals can be used for some kind of MacGuffin.
One more power that I should have let you know about day one
Again.
being a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
But I just kind of left it until it's needed.
It's like, sorry, I forgot to tell you about your guns and your power crystals, and like...
You can combine the guns.
You can combine the guns and the Megazord, and...
Is it called the Megazord?
I think it is. Yeah, the Mega Power Sword. The Mega Power Sword.
Yeah.
And so, separately from the 4 Rangers with Zordon, Jason blows up a rock, and his power crystal, and all 5 power crystals are in the rock.
Oh yeah,
so Zordon
he's just like, what's under here?
Zordon sends the power crystals to his sword, to Jason's sword, and the sword shoots it into a cliff, and Jason goes, "Oh yeah!" and then runs towards the cliff, dodging both Goldar and Sphinx's attacks. And he finds the power crystals, and he goes, "Hey, I want you to meet my friends." Boom! All 5 Power Rangers are there.
Teleport like with the crystals. They could already.
But
do
this
that.
is something Zordon's done every episode before. To bring
they
them
can
back.
already teleport. They get their Zords, which is like a solid 2 minutes of recycled footage.
But that's gonna be every episode. It's always cool.
Yeah.
Every time the T-Rex appears
sick.
and there's the red fog, it's like, wow.
And the volcano.
Yeah.
They get in and they insert the power crystals in like car keys.
Which they haven't done before.
No, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
True.
They've already used the Zords. The crystals do not
Right.
Rita is pissing herself.
Yeah, they make the Megazord tank, which again does not include the pterodactyl. The Megazord
does
tank
it?
form is
The
only
tank-
is only 4.
When they transform into the person, the human shape mech,
Then it comes on the chest.
It flies in.
Is what it's
Oh,
called.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wrote as a note, Godzilla would have just destroyed these guys.
The Megazord?
I mean,
Really?
Godzilla
I don't
Godzilla
know.
would have whipped
I wonder
them in the
if
asshole.
there's been a Super Sentai crossover with we
That'd be
should
cool.
maybe
not.
That'd be
It'd be insane if there wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
Godzilla's crazy.
Right. So the God Sword is back. The Cloud Sword that comes through the
And just
clouds.
wins every battle.
Yeah.
Big Sphinx tries to blow them away. They
Yeah.
call upon the gods, the Mega Power Sword, the sky
It
turns
comes from the
red.
heavens.
The devil watches.
And Sphinx goes, "Oh no!"
Goldar teleports.
So
Goldar
Sphinx
dips.
dies, as does
Yeah.
every monster that's
Smite
born
him.
into this universe. And
Yeah.
Goldar goes, "I'll be back," and he just blips out of existence.
I wonder if the putty made monsters are weaker than the monsters like Goldar. Like if you would evaporate if they hit them the same way, or if they're just generally
I bet you
made
we'll
out of.
find out.
Yeah.
And
I don't
so,
know if the lore goes that deep.
Yeah.
Fighting Goldar? They teased it 3 times.
Well, no, they fought him in the first episode.
Yeah, but fighting him with the sword?
Yeah.
One day he'll stay.
Fighting him so hard that he possibly explodes.
Right.
Yeah, we'll maybe see that.
And so Rita is pissed off once again.
And she's
Yells
like-
at her lackeys.
Yeah.
Which, after seeing this for the 4th time, how have they not formed a union at this point?
Yeah, really, come on. I mean, she's got perfect aim.
Yeah.
So who knows what she could do.
Huh.
And then they go back to the juice bar.
And
Yeah,
And
nothing
all
from-
4 of the other Power Rangers are now cheering on Jason.
they're spotting
And they're at
They're counting,
He's at
yeah.
1,007. For the 3rd time today.
Yes! He has 3,000 reps in
That's
one
insane.
day!
He's got to be using the powers, and no one's suspicious. Well, I guess because Bulk did it.
Like
Yeah,
a rep,
Bulk is the only reason.
a rep
nobody's
is
figured
what,
it out.
3 seconds at 3
Yeah,
seconds?
how long
times
would that take?
3,000.
A rep, yeah.
9,000 seconds. Divide that by 60, and that's minutes. That's 150 minutes. That's almost 3 hours of his day spent benching.
Wow.
So he did
And
2
everyone
hours
just
in the morning,
watched.
he fights a monster in the afternoon, and then an hour at the end of the day. It's not even dark out.
And everyone just watched.
It has to be a weekend, I guess.
And then
There's no-
Ernie
I guess in
gets
the
him a
summer.
cake
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
celebrate.
But what was it wasn't an actual cake.
It says
for-
"Happy Birthday, Mom."
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that classic, "Oh, it was the last cake at the
Like,
store."
sorry, I couldn't get you a
And
new
I
one.
started typing Bulk says, "Oh, I'll have some," and then Bulk fell into the cake. I couldn't even finish
What?
writing my
How
note.
did they get him into the cake?
He trips on weights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's too stupid to walk.
And then the
And
episode
then-
ends from there.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That was a fun
That
one.
was a fun one.
It was another, okay episode.
But
It
the
was-
next
I
one,
mean-
also okay.
The next one also okay, and we'll get to that.
And then, by episode, 150, we're going to be like,
No,
yeah, you guys know the deal.
I don't
There's a
know.
monster, they get in the Zord.
I've heard like season 15 is the best or something. Or not,
Right,
I don't
well,
know.
we
There's
gotta get
someone,
there
the
first.
one with not turbo, but something that's cars.
I don't
Oh
know.
well.
Cars.
See ya.